You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The Heralds are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Danny, neither of you are here yet. Welcome to another episode of the Batter Herons podcast. I am your host, Chris Duran, and alongside me at the moment, I do not have anyone, but soon enough, we will have a Danny appearing, whether it's Danny Granada or Danny Brams, so he can be able to help us preview this coming game on Saturday against Charlotte FC. It's going to be a fun one. I mean, we haven't had any soccer in some time, and I'm ready to talk a little bit about the game to come. So thank you guys for coming on today. By the way, today is September 11th. So it's a tough day, I guess, in American history. So I guess love and respect goes to, all the people that, are around and all the people that have been, I guess, traumatized through that sort of deal. It was a big day in history. That's as far as I'll go with that. So I got some people in the chat. Sorry to bring it so down. We'll bring it back up. My name is Jeff. Says Messi false 9 incoming. I mean, that's what Danny's hoping for sure. Have Hope Hub is saying, is Drake playing? Watch him turn to Buffon in 2006 if he plays. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Drake's going to play. We're going to find out pretty shortly. And Mike V is hoping for an Ecuadorian Obando masterclass. Imbalance coming for sure. I mean, listen, my name is Jeff is saying Schneider Borgelin signed to a one-day contract. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, what is it? Wasn't he playing for like a USL team and then jumped over to some team across somewhere in a random country? I feel kind of bad for him, to be honest. But we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the players that we got here so far. I'm gonna go over the starting 11 shortly, but I guess while we're here, let me bring it up because this is the starting 11 that Danny is predicting, right? We do know that Luis Suarez is suspended for 3 games, and one of the games is against Charlotte. So who's going to play striker, right? You guys mentioned Obando. Obando's been injured, and so we don't know what the deal is with him. We know Fafa got injured playing for Haiti, and I mean, those are the only 2 other people other than everybody's favorite, Allende. Now, Allende did score a goal against Charlotte when we played them. The only goal that was scored for that game. So quite possibly we might see Allende. So let's talk a little bit about this starting 11 here. I like Danny's starting 11 here. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the whole false 9 idea, but I do love the fact that Allende is not in this starting lineup. So I could see this happening. I'm not sure about having so many creative players around Messi. It feels like nobody's really going to take the opportunity to shoot. But then again, maybe I'm wrong. Baltasar's, he had a wicked slammer a couple games ago. And then Telasco Segovia also isn't afraid to kind of open it up. So, I mean, look, Hernan Cott is saying Allende time he's scoring on Saturday. Rome is saying Allende attacking masterclass incoming. This might work, right? My name is Jeff says I like Segovia drifting in central. And this is the thing that concerns me right here. Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs says Charlotte is hot right now. This is going to be a tough game. And that's pretty solid that you mentioned that, Mr. Krabs. let's go ahead and start to preview a little bit about the game coming this Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my boy, Danny Brams. And what's going on, Danny? How's everything going?
What? Not much is going. Not much, baby. How you doing, Chris? Good to be with you again.
Good. I'm happy because now you and I can be able to preview the game of Inter Miami versus my third favorite team in the MLS, Charlotte. And I mean, if you guys want to take a guess what my second team is, you guys can in the chat. I don't know. First one to guess, I'll send you like one of the free, towels I got at the stadium or something.
Not LAFC.
No, it is not LAFC. No,
that was my
guess. It is not. No, it is not. So, Danny, let's talk a little bit of. I mean, I brought up Charlotte. I mean, I brought up our starting 11. Oh, that's a beautiful can right there. And Have Hope Hub is
local brewery.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Have Hope Hub. No, Red Bulls is not. Mr. Krabs, you will get a towel. It is the Philadelphia Union. That is my second favorite team. I love the Dupe song. Danny. I love it. I mean, that's like so unique. I love that. Like, that's, I think, the only reason that they are my number one.
I can't be mad at that.
My number one favorite team aside from Inter Miami. So
they developed a lot
Charlotte.
What's the home? They developed Brendan Aronson for the U.S. men's national team. Like who couldn't love Philly for that?
That's right. That's right. So tell me a little bit about Charlotte, Danny. What's going on with them? I mean, there's ups and downs, and you guys are hitting the highest up you can get. You guys are on a tear, 8-game winning streak in MLS for the crown, baby.
For the crown, baby. Lightning has struck 8 times in a row. We have the 8-match winning streak, second longest in MLS history. We're hoping to tie the 2000 Seattle Sounders with a win over Miami. And I got to tell you, Chris, at the start of this week, I was feeling pretty good about Charlotte's chances to get a win. And as the week has gone on, I've only felt better and better and better. Like my hype level is approaching dangerous levels at this point because life is beautiful. Life's just really good right now for Charlotte FC fan. For my life, I actually just got back from a vacation to Peru. I was up in Machu Picchu repping the crown. I was in Cusco, just walking up and down the streets, meeting with, Inca warriors. Pachacutec is my homie. And life is beautiful. And I just think it kind of fired us all up to just feel like maybe the crown's going to do something this year. I don't know. This Miami team, they got the Messi button. They can always hit that Messi button, but Miami just feels kind of like a bump in the road to me. I'm not too worried about it. I feel as always, I'm coming to your show and I'm extremely overconfident. So we'll see if it pays off this time. It's mixed results in the past, but we're loving what Charlotte's bringing to the table.
Well, and it's funny you mentioned that because I did the MLS show yesterday and spoke to a couple guys about contenders and pretenders. Sure. And I mean, Miami, if it wasn't for that Messi button, Miami can be seen as a pretty big pretender. I mean, hasn't met expectations this year.
Right.
So that kind of scares me because Charlotte doesn't have this sort of like high ceiling expectation. And with the way that you guys have been playing, I mean, I'd feel really good if I was in your shoes.
Yeah, I mean, let's if we look at the campaign of Charlotte, it's a big upswing, a giant downswing, and then an upswing again. I mean,
yeah,
Charlotte FC was first in the East, I believe, at the end of May, and then had a stretch of 6 weeks in a row. I think it went to 12 matches or so where they didn't play a home match, and they were gone from. They didn't play a home match in Charlotte from the end of May till the middle of July, and it was rough. And then got blown out a couple times in the League's Cup, but in the middle of this win streak. Thankfully, the League's Cup losses didn't really hurt us in the league, but Charlotte is now third in the East, and Miami has the games in hand to jump us. But if we get a win on Saturday, that will change that right there. I wouldn't totally rule out Charlotte from winning the Supporters' Shield even at this point, although they are 7 points back of Philly with 5 to play. So it's not a great situation. You're going to need some help there. And going to need to probably sweep all 15 points. But it's a season where Charlotte fans have been way up, way down, and we're back up again. So it's a question of, can Miami knock us off our perch? Is Miami going to be the next victim? Are we going to set the record? Are we going to win 9 straight? Are we going to win 10 straight and beat the record of the 2000 Seattle Sounders? It's going to be amazing. I saw the question in there from the chat. Thanks for the shout out about Machu Picchu. It was cold. It was really warm. I went 2 days, Hazel Lopez. The first day was nice and sunny and warm, and I was hanging out at the site, sort of doing the whole tour with a guide and everything. The second day, I was self-guided, and it was raining. And it was early. I was like the second person to enter Machu Picchu that day.
Oh my goodness.
And I climbed up Huayna Picchu, which is like sort of the iconic big mountain in the background of the city. And it was cold, and I got I went all the way up there, and I had nothing to look at except clouds and fog. It was kind of funny, but it was cold that day. But I was hot because I was hiking up this incredibly steep mountain. So. Ooh. Yeah, but Charlotte FC has ascended the heights, baby, and we want to stay up there. Just to take the analogy all the way through, we don't want to go back down again. We want to stay up top.
Guys, just prepare yourself, because it seems like Danny Brams is going to be insupportable today. Rovenk is asking me, why do you think we're the worst team, Chris?
Yeah, it's a good question.
And I don't want to say we're the worst team. I never said we were the worst team, but I'm not going to sit here and start kissing ass just because we got Messi. Like, we need to be realists at some point and understand that we haven't met the expectations that we were supposed to meet with a team like what we have, aside from just having that button, that Messi button. Now,
right. I mean, Suarez out here spitting on dudes, Busquets. Dude, here's the funniest thing ever. And this, I don't know if Miami fans saw this. You can find this on our YouTube page. I cut a video of it. It's on our TikTok. It's on our Instagram. It's everywhere on Charlotte Soccer Show. Someone said in the press conference, Wilfred Zaha was talking to local media yesterday for like 30 minutes. And someone said, Wilf, how are you going to get past, a guy like Busquets in the midfield? He's like one of the best midfielders of all time. And Wilf goes, I don't know, run around him. Like, it was just like, we're not fearing these old, decrepit Miami has-beens that no longer have what it takes to play their full strength game. I don't know what to say, man.
But you do have to fear Bright, because Yannick Bright put Wilfred Zaha in a lock, and Ian Frey also did a pretty good job on defense. But I believe that Yannick Bright. I believe Yannick Bright did a little bit better. Now, as far as the matchup against Charlotte, right? One of the things I want to mention here is Charlotte scares me because they're a pretty solid team, sort of through and through on both sides of the ball.
We don't concede much.
But now I'm going to sit here and try my best Danny impersonation since he's not here. You guys beat New England. You guys beat Real Salt Lake. You guys beat the Red Bulls. You guys beat Toronto, Atlanta, DC United. You guys beat up a bunch of nobodies.
FC Cincinnati.
What's going to be different?
You conveniently left Cincinnati off that list,
absolutely.
My friend. Yeah. And we had a draw. We had a draw in Philadelphia, ready to rock. And then I was at the match. I owe Charlotte FC 2 points because I was at the Philly match and I was sitting right behind the Charlotte bench. And in stoppage time, it was like 1-1. And everyone was like, the game's pretty much over. And I yelled at Dean Smith, our manager. I was like, Dino, great job. And he looked at me, made eye contact. He kind of waved. And then 2 seconds later, really, we conceded again and lost the 3 points.
Yeah.
Lost the 1 point, to go to 0. So, but that was a really good match that, Charlotte goes toe to toe with some good opposition, beat Cincinnati twice, split the series with Columbus, destroyed San Diego, who's killing it in the West. So if you're going to look at our bad opponents, who we beat those teams badly, you got to also look at some of the good opponents that we played toe to toe with. That's all I'm saying.
So in terms of tactics and formation, I see 4-2-3-1. I've seen a couple. I've seen a different formation. What typically do you think is going to happen in terms of the tactics and the formation you guys plan?
It will be a 4-2-3-1 that sort of morphs into a 4-4-2 in possession. It's like a 4-2-3-1 in defense, and it kind of. So if Tim Ream is playing left back, then it's gonna morph into like a 3-4-3. And if Tim Ream is in a center back, then it's going to morph into a 4-4-2. And we don't have our starting left back, Harry Toffolo, back. So it's probably going to be Byrne and Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy in fullback positions. So I'm going to say it's kind of going to be that 4-4-2. Pep Biel is due back. He's our sort of magician, creative midfielder. He may not start.
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be a starting lineup of Westwood, Bronico, Diani, and it's going to be a conservative game plan. I think Dean Smith is suspended for this match. He didn't spit on anybody like Luis Suarez does, but he did get yellow card accumulation, so he is suspended from this match. He said he will be sort of coaching from a hidden location. He's going to be communicating with his staff. Yeah. Again, you know all about that. Javier Mascherano on the cell phone in Leagues Cup, sitting behind the bench.
Yeah.
So what it'll be is I think it'll be a conservative, defensive-minded midfield in the first half with a Pep Biel subbing in to try to create a creative spark in the second half. Wilf Zaha will be on the left wing. Idon Toklamadi, who just cannot stop scoring goals. This guy, I think he scored in almost every match ever since we sold Patrick Agyemang to Derby County. And then the right wing will be Kerwin Vargas, the Parcero, Danny's Colombian boy.
Yes.
He's going to start. And then Leal Abada, who's a DP, is going to come in off the bench and provide speed off the bench. So it's going to be a lot of the ball with Wilf. Hopefully they're going to get the ball to Wilf. Idon Toklamadi is going to be running in behind, but he's also really dangerous in the air. He's not the biggest guy, but he's really dangerous in the air. And if we get free, like he scored 2 game winners off of headers from free kicks, so don't give up free kicks in the near the box because Ashley Westwood will just pop it up there and Toklamadi will go get it. So Zaha's probably going to clown some fools, and if Jordi Alba tries to defend him, Zaha's probably going to put him on skates. Vargas, just never stops running, and Vargas plays a really nice defensive wing. He's an attacking winger, but he get back in defense. Right back, Nathan Byrne is going to advance. He's going to bomb forward and kind of be really attacking fullback. And our left back, Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy, will probably stay back a little bit more. And then Tim Riemann-Malanda as the center back pairing, trying to keep the pressure off Kalina. It's going to be amazing. No, that's a crazy quote. Come on.
Yeah, no Agyemang, easy win, Miami 4-1. He's already calling it.
Agyemang's been gone for 6 weeks, and we haven't lost ever since we sold him. So I don't know in the league. So I don't know. Good try there, Shadow Wolf. But Idon Toklamadi might be bet. We love Patrick Agyemang. He was a huge fan favorite in Charlotte, and all the toxic U.S. men's national fans that want to shit on him, they can go fuck themselves because, I don't know what their problem is. But Agyemang's gonna be fine. He had a hernia. He was playing all year with a hernia, and he's just about to get ready to go in for Derby County. I am on the Machu Picchu marching powder for sure. I mean, it's episode 420. I had to come strong. I couldn't come sober to episode 420. That would have made no fucking sense. But I did enjoy the coca leaves when I was down there in Peru, and the coca tea especially, and chewing the leaves. It was great. But I just think it's all so. They asked Wilf Zaha about Messi at the press conference yesterday, and he was like, look, Messi is Messi. We know who Messi is. He needs no introduction, but we can't get so caught up in trying to stop Messi that we forget about the fact that we can hurt them too. And I think Charlotte has way more firepower to hurt Miami than Miami does to hurt Charlotte. So we'll see. It could be overconfidence. It could be that coca marching powder on steroids, but I think it's a goal fest type of game. I think Charlotte FC wins this thing 2-1, 3-2, maybe a 2-2 draw.
Oh, you're putting the carriage in front of the horse already. You're calling a prediction. Give me some X factors, Danny Brams. Give me somebody that we got to watch out for. And I know you guys got a couple injuries. So
X factor is going to be Brant Bronico as a defensive midfielder, absolutely locking down Leo Messi. This guy is freaking chewing gum. He sticks to you.
Goodness. I mean,
and he shut down Messi before, and he'll shut down Messi again. Brant Bronico is the hardest working midfielder in Major League Soccer. And he's been told his whole life he's not good enough, and he takes it personally. And he's just going to make it his mission to be like, Messi, you're done. Messi, you're not going to do it to us this time. And I think Brant Bronico is the X factor in terms of his ability to play defense and shut down Messi. And I see more comments about Patrick Agyemang. You're going to piss me off, people. Don't start coming for Patrick Agyemang. You toxic red, white, and blue fans. Horrible people.
By the way, I just want to mention here, last game that we played against Charlotte, Messi didn't start, and he was on the bench. He didn't come off the bench.
No.
So we beat you guys 1-0, and Yannick Bright had Wilfred Zaha in his pocket. So non-existent. And that's with a guy that makes like $40,000 in a Happy Meal as a bonus.
He's got a bright
Yannick Bright's
future,
like
you
our,
know?
yes, he does. So let's talk about let's talk a little bit about the expectation in this game. I guess let's just say you have a close access to Mascherano, okay?
Yeah.
And you're a betting man, of course, and you decide you want to put some money onto Miami, right? And you don't feel too comfortable about this bet. So you want to let Mascherano in on the secret on how to beat Charlotte. So you access Mascherano and you whisper in his ear, this is how you beat Charlotte. What are you telling him?
I think you probably want to give us, it sounds counterintuitive, but I think you want to give us the ball because we've had our most success this year out of possession. Charlotte's a team that sort of plays that defend and counter style really well. And it's not necessarily a boring style, but it is a conservative style, I would say. Yeah. And so I think our guys tend to be uncomfortable with the ball, especially playing out of the back. Like if you just kick like slow rollers to Kalina, the goalkeeper, and then like put a press on and force him to try to pass out of the back, that's when Charlotte's at their worst for sure. I'm always like, Kalina, just kick it deep. Just kick it deep, man. Just kick it deep. But for whatever reason, he tries to pass it out of the back, and he more often than not is going to misplay it. So I think that is honestly like, again, you don't want Zaha to just take possession and go nuts on you. I'm not saying you want to do it all the time, but like when in doubt, force Charlotte to play with the ball might be actually the secret to making us uncomfortable and giving yourself a chance to win on the road.
That's kind of scary, to be perfectly honest, because we're a team that pushes up very high. And if you're telling me that you guys work better on that defense and counter, then this is going to be a long game, at least for Inter Miami. You brought up your prediction. Go ahead and let everybody know what your prediction is going to be so I can let mine out as well.
Yeah, well, if you're like you said, if I'm a betting man, I'm probably betting both teams to score. I don't see clean sheets happening in this match, and I just think I think it has all the markings of a 2-1 Charlotte win, maybe a 2-2 draw, maybe a 3-2 either way. But I'm going to predict, I've been predicting a 2-1 Charlotte win. It's pretty basic. And Dean Smith does love a 1-0, and we do try to get for those clean sheets. But, I mean, you got the Messi button that you're going to be able to hit. So I think if both teams to score is a good bet, and I think Charlotte wins it 2-1.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the same prediction just the other way around. I think it's going to be 2-1. Inter Miami wins. I think it's going to be a tough game considering that we've had the 2-week break, and now that we're not going to have Luis Suarez, which I don't understand. The fan base is happy that he's not playing, and I understand the reasoning behind the suspension and the reason that people are happy. I mean, but it's because it's, you know what it is? It's the backup quarterback love, right? Like you have Luis Suarez, who's not putting goals in. He's been one of the most productive players on the team. He's assisting like crazy, tied with Messi.
You're right.
But that's you know the love for the backup quarterbacks. And so everybody wants to see guys like Allende or Obando, which are our backups, because they want to see something that they're expecting. And I don't think that the expectations are going to meet reality.
Yeah, I mean, like you just said, that's a perfect analogy. The backup quarterback is the most popular guy in town.
Look at
until
this.
He actually gets on the pitch. So, I mean, that is insane to think that. First off, nobody's scoring a hat trick. Not even Messi's going to score a hat trick against Charlotte FC. I'm hard pressed to think if anyone has ever scored a hat trick against Charlotte FC. It might have happened that I've forgotten, but I don't think it's ever happened, to be honest. It's interesting, these people trying to predict a Charlotte clean sheet, like Charlotte not scoring, Miami clean sheet against us. That's not going to happen. You already sent it. We have your best goalkeeper. We have Drake. Like you're stuck with this Ustari guy. We stole Drake Callender from you. There's no way you're going to keep a clean sheet against us.
And I wanted to bring that up before we get to the final thoughts. But first, I want to bring up this comment. Rob is saying, Chris is the worst host I ever seen, man. Right. There was another commenter. that also said that I was dark and gloomy. Guys, do you want me to just sit here and just say Inter Miami is the greatest thing since sliced bread? Like, I think as people that cover the team, I think the ability to be able to speak openly and honestly about the team, I think it's pretty important.
I agree.
So,
and if we can't be real on 9/11, Chris, then when can we be real? You know, on episode 420 on 9/11, absolutely insane. I will say this to your comment to Rob, if you want to pop that back up again, that comment from him. You know, you're all well and good to come in here and talk shit, Rob, on my boy Chris, but would you spell his name right, please? If you're going to criticize, can you actually spell the guy's name right? Like, if you're going to come at somebody, you got to be perfect yourself. So that's, you know.
I'll take it from Sergio. He spelled it right. So I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I
think you're doing a great job.
I'll deal with it.
And I know Danny's
now,
been
you
busy.
mentioned. Yeah, I appreciate it, Danny. I really do. I'm sorry. My connection is all kinds of effed up.
It's probably my connection. Sorry. Yeah, sure.
What's going on with Drake Callender? I mean, I know that he's not starting, but like, what's the feel around the clubhouse and through the media?
The feel on Drake Callender is very happy to sign him. Dean Smith, our coach, he's big on competition at every spot. So even with Christian Kalina, the reigning goalkeeper of the year, who's gotten a few clean sheets on this win streak, he wants Kalina to feel the heat. He wants competition. They brought in Callender as someone. I don't think Callender sees the pitch here in 2025, but I do think he starts next year's 2026 training camp with the chance to get the starting job. I think it's open competition going into next year. Right now, Kalina's got it locked down for the stretch run. But Drake there was a season ticket meet the team event last night. Like all the team members went to the stadium and sat in these little booths and fans could go get autographs and stuff like that. Drake Callender was there meeting fans already, like meet and greet with fans, getting to know the local community. People were like posting like, oh, Drake Callender's awesome. What a great pickup. So like, Charlotte fans are already feeling pretty good about Drake Callender. And even though we do love Kalina, like we want that competition. We want him to feel the heat and we want him to know that he better play as good as he possibly can. Otherwise, Drake Callender's coming in there to maybe steal his job. So we're happy with Drake for sure. Love the Drake.
That's great. I think that was a great acquisition for you guys. And I think you guys are going to benefit heavily off of it. Final thoughts, Danny.
Final thoughts are, I absolutely love coming on the show. Thank you for the invite. Not only do I think you are a good host, Chris, and not only do I love Danny. Danny came and visited our show last night. Danny was a guest on the Charlotte Soccer Show last night. If people in the chat want to go check that out, we're on YouTube. Go check it out for sure. We tweeted the links and stuff like that. But I absolutely love being here. And not only are you a good host, not only am I a big fan of Danny, big fan of your audience. You have one of the best audiences of any like podcast that I've seen. All the commenters firing away, talking trash, you know, giving insights, giving their takes. I don't always agree with the predictions, and I'm a Charlotte till I die for sure. I'm for the crown all the way. But like stuff like this is like a show that you and I can come in here and banter back and forth and talk some tactics, give a little insight, give some opinion, give some completely unfounded cocky optimism. It's what makes MLS great. So I'm really happy to be here. You know, they kept saying you got a gray beard. This is also gray. I tell myself this is blonde, but I got the gray beard going as well. So all in all, it's all good. It's the stretch run of the MLS season. I know you guys Miami has twice as many games left as everybody else. Everybody's on like 5 games left and Miami has 9. So come join us here in the stretch run of the season. We can't wait for you guys to be here with us and enjoy. What do you got? A bunch of midweek games to make up the games in hand.
Yes.
I don't know if the old bones on Miami are going to be able to take that.
Games.
Busquets going to have any knees left by the time this thing hits the playoffs or what?
You want to know something? Busquets is actually number 1 on the team in terms of minutes. So he's actually been one of the most durable player, surprisingly. So I think his knees will be perfectly fine.
What's his heat map, though? Does he venture out away from the center circle at all? I mean, you know.
I'd have to check that, but the fact that they've put him back at center back is already scary enough that his heat map probably looks a little a little weird.
Yeah.
Before I end the show, I'm gonna give my last final thoughts. You guys were all talking crap about how I wanted this shirt signed and how I asked when I went to the Charlotte game last time. I asked Redondo to go get Taylor to sign my shirt. I want everybody to understand the context here. I had a Robert Taylor shirt. I'm not going to get Redondo to sign my Robert Taylor shirt. Robert Taylor was signing autographs. Redondo wasn't. So that is why I asked Redondo to go get Robert Taylor. So maybe it is a kind of a dickhead move to like ask another player to go get another player, but I had a Robert Taylor shirt and I'm not letting Redondo sign the stupid Robert Taylor shirt. So
no, it's a beautiful shirt. And I was actually like, when Miami let Robert Taylor go, I think he was like an unrestricted free agent. I was like, maybe Charlotte should go sign Robert Taylor. I don't know. He's a good player.
Goodness. It would have been, he's phenomenal. And you want to know the crazy thing is, after leaving the game, I ran into a family and one of the ladies there had this same shirt, but of Benjamin Kramaski. So how crazy was that? It was awesome. It was, let me tell you, anybody that has a chance to travel for a game, I highly recommend going to Charlotte. It was a phenomenal time. Danny Brams, you and I got to link up on the next one for sure.
I know. Well, just funny story about that, since we got some people that like last year when you came to visit, I was like it was like, I think it was July 4th weekend, right? Or it was like midweek July 4th.
I believe it was around July 4th because my son's birthday is July 9th.
And I was like in this toxic relationship, like trying to get back with my ex, and I actually didn't go to the game. I was supposed to meet up with you, but then I skipped the game because I was trying to go out to take my ex out to dinner. And that whole thing is blown, in the year plus since, that whole thing is blown up. It's like nukes to all shit. It's never happened again. So I wish you were coming this year because we would definitely hang out this time. I blew it missing the boat to hang out with you last time, but I'm glad to hear your kind words about Charlotte, and I agree. It's one of the better road trips because we have one of the best breweries in town. It's like 2 blocks down the street from the stadium. You can come to Hot Fly Brewing, drink with us, and then we just march it down to the stadium. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to do that next time for sure. And I mean, before I finish the show, I just wanted to say that, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening on audio. If you guys are listening on Spotify, Apple, Napster, 5 stars, please. And for those of you chilling in the chat, thank you guys so much. You guys are legitimately, like I always say, the best and funnest part of the show. Without you guys, it would be misery at its finest. Guys,
very
click
impressed.
like. It's free.
Very impressed as a road guy. Yeah. The chat is fire.
Yes. And guys, click the like button. It's free 99. Let your friends know that there's a program out there talking about Inter Miami. Have them check out the soccer show, okay, for the Crown Baby. And again, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight for the last 33 minutes and change. So until the next one, have a good one.